Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to answer question 3 of the December 2022 Information Communication Technology paper. Question 3A, Roman 1 reads, differentiate between intranet and extranet as used in computer networks. 2 marks. Differentiate between intranet and extranet. Now candidates, an intranet is a private network that is limited to an organization and accessible only by its employees or authorized users. Whereas an extranet is an extension of an intranet that allows limited access to authorized external parties such as customers, suppliers, business partners, and so on. So that's the distinction between an intranet and an extranet. I repeat, an intranet is a private network that is limited to an organization and accessible only by its employees or authorized users. And it is used for internal communication, is used for sharing resources and collaboration within the organization. But an extranet is an extension of an intranet that allows limited access to external parties such as customers or suppliers. And it enables secure communication and sharing of specific information or resources within information with the external entities. So in other words, an intranet is an extension of, an extranet is an extension of the intranet. So let's just put it down. Distinction between an intranet and an extranet. Intranet, intranet, inside. An intranet is a private network, I've said. It is a private network that is limited to an organization and accessible only by its employees. Do you understand? That is limited, private, inside. That's one feature of an intranet, whereas an extranet is an extension of the intranet. External, extra. An extranet is an extension of an extension of the intranet. This is an extension of an intranet that allows limited access to external parties like customers or suppliers. So that's the distinction between an intranet and an extranet. 2 marks. Roman 2, outline 4 limitations of using extranet. Limitations of using an extranet. Limitations of using an extranet. Now, we've defined an extranet as an extension of the intranet that allows limited access to external parties. So the question now is, what are the limitations of such a network? The first obvious limitation is that such a network may expose an organization to security risks. Security risks security risks. Extending the network to external parties increases the potential for security breaches and unauthorized access. And candidates, protecting sensitive information becomes crucial to prevent data breaches and maintain the privacy of the organization's data. So when external parties are allowed to access the network of an organization, then there are risks related to the protection of the organization's sensitive information, security risks. Then connectivity. That could be another disadvantage or limitation. Connectivity and infrastructure requirements. Security and infrastructure requirement. Extranets require reliable internet connectivity and proper infrastructure to facilitate communication between the organization and the external parties, and that may involve additional costs for network setup, maintenance, and also security measures. Integration challenges. Integration challenges. Integrating the extranet with the existing internal systems as well as databases can be complex, especially when dealing with different platforms and technologies. And ensuring smooth data exchange and compatibility within or between internal and external systems can also be a challenge. Dependency on external parties. Dependency on external parties. Now, organizations rely on the extranet. Organizations that rely on the extranet for critical operations may face disruptions if external parties experience technical issues or terminate their agreements. And therefore, the organization's productivity and communication may be affected in such situations. So dependency on external parties can pose challenges of disruption in the operations of the business. So these are four limitations. First of all, we had to distinguish here to earn the 2 marks. 2 marks. Then limitations, security risks, connectivity and infrastructure requirements, integration challenges, and dependency on external parties. These are 4 marks. Moving on to part B, organizations use different types of information systems. Required Roman 1, list 3 types of information systems used by management. Types of information systems. Types of information systems that are used by organizations. This question we have answered it several times. Remember, we gave an example of the DSS, that is the decision support systems. We gave examples like the MIS, the management information system. We gave an example of the executive information system, and so on. So candidates here were to give just 3. 1, executive executive information system. This is EIS. Then I've just mentioned the decision support system, the DSS. We have 3 management information system, the MIS. There are quite a number. Candidates were just to give 3, so these are 3. Now, executive information system is a system that provides top-level executives with summarized and customized information, including key performance indicators, financial reports, and also strategic planning data. That is the executive information system. The word suggests executive, the top level. Then the decision support system assists management in making complex decisions by providing analytical tools, modeling techniques, and access to relevant data and information. And such information may help them make scenario analysis, forecasting, and even risk. These systems, we can say, help in scenario analysis, in forecasting, and risk assessment. Decision support, the name also suggests what such a system is all about. Decision support system. These are tools that support management in making decisions. The analytical tools, the modeling tools, and so on. That is the DSS. Then we have the MIS, the Management Information System. Is a system that generates regular reports and provide the middle level managers with information for day-to-day operations. With information for, say, monitoring performance and making tactical decisions. Management Information System. These are 3 types of systems used by management. 3 marks. I'm now going to answer Roman 2. Roman 2 says, state the input, processes, and output of information systems by management. State the input. Those are 3 things. State the input, comma, processes, and output of information systems. Input, processes, and output of information system. Input, processes, and output. Let's begin with the input. Input. Now, candidates, data and information from various sources. I'm now defining the input of information system. Let me just put it down. Input. Now, input of an information system is just the data or information from various sources, including internal systems, external databases. This information could be from internal systems. This information can be obtained from external databases. Input or data or information can be obtained from internal systems. Data can be obtained from the documents within the organization. It can be obtained from departments, from organizations, from management, from workers, internal systems. But it can also be obtained from external databases. It can be obtained from market research. Information can be obtained from market research. For example, the marketing department can carry out surveys, can carry out research, can scan the external environment and come up with information and data. It can come from user inputs and so on. So this is what we are calling input of information system. Then there is processes. What are process? This is the second part of this question, which says processes of information systems used by management. Processes. Now, candidates, processes could be data analysis. Data analysis, right? When this data is obtained, then it has to be processed. And what are the processes? Data analysis is one of the processes. Data analysis. Data analysis. There could also be modeling. This information can be modeled. Modeling. Data mining. So these are processes: data analysis, modeling, data mining, decision making. Those are processes. Forecasting, decision making, and these processes can be carried out using various tools for processing data. We have analytical tools, we have decision making tools, we have data mining tools, there are forecasting tools, many of them. All right, processes. Then output. What's the output of information system, of an information system? What is the output of an information system? Now, candidates, after data is collected from internal systems, from external databases, from market research, and any other sources, that data is subjected to processes, is processed, so that you can have output. So the question is, what is the output of an information system? We have reports. A report is an output of an information system. We may have summaries, dashboards, reports, summaries, dashboard. These are outputs of information system. Do you understand? Because the purpose of collecting data, the purpose of an information system is to enable management to have the tools that are required to make decisions, to make recommendations, to have alerts, recommendations. These are all outputs. Reports, summaries, dashboards, recommendations, strategic plans, and so on. And these outputs support decision making and management's activities. So that will earn you 3 marks. Given you enough inputs, any input here would earn a mark. Any input will earn a mark. Any process would also earn you a mark, and any output would earn you a mark. Any would earn a mark. Total 3 marks. So here there is 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, total 3 marks. That is Roman 2. Roman 3, explain 4 enterprise information system characteristics that support unstructured decision making in organizations. Number 3, enterprise information system characteristics that support unstructured decision making. Unstructured decision making. Now, candidates, an information system that supports unstructured decision making or decisions typically possesses certain characteristics that are designed to accommodate the fluid and unpredictable nature of such decisions. And what are unstructured decisions? Unstructured decisions are those that lack predefined process or well-defined parameters, making them complex and requiring more subjective judgment. And one characteristic of an information system that supports unstructured decisions is flexibility. Flexibility. The system should be highly flexible and adaptable to accommodate a wide range of diverse and changing decision-making scenarios. So that is the first characteristic, flexibility. 2, data variety. Data variety. Such a system should be capable of handling various types of data, including text data, qualitative data, multimedia, and also unstructured data sources. Data variety. 3, natural language. That's what we call natural language processing. Natural language processing, the NLP, natural language processing. Now, the integration of NLP allows the system to understand and interpret what we call human language. Do you understand? Integrating the system with the natural language processing capabilities allows the system to understand and interpret human language, enabling users to input queries in natural language and receive the relevant insights. Natural language processing is the third characteristic of an information system that supports unstructured decision making. 4, advanced analytics. Advanced analytics. The system should provide advanced analytical tools such as data mining, such as sentiment analysis, such as text analytics. Why? In order to uncover the hidden patterns and trends within the unstructured data. Advanced analytics. Visualization. Is yet another characteristic. There ought to be effective visualization tools that can help users to make sense of the complex and the diverse data by presenting it in meaningful and understandable formats such as tables, interactive graphs, charts, heat maps, and so on. Visualization. So these are 5 characteristics candidates were to give 4. I've given you 5. Flexibility, data variety, natural language processing, advanced analytics, visualization. Any 4 points here will earn you the 4 marks. So that is the answer to the question, enterprise information system characteristics that support unstructured decision making. Now, in another question, you may be asked to maybe give examples of information systems that support unstructured decisions. What are examples of these systems? Because here we have given characteristics. We've highlighted the characteristics of information systems that support unstructured decisions. If I may ask you the question, highlight 4 or 5 examples. Give 4 examples of information systems that support unstructured decisions. What will be your answer? So I'm going to give you a few examples to just help you understand the idea of unstructured decisions. Unstructured decisions. Now, one example of a system that supports unstructured decision is what we call text analytics platforms or systems. Now, text analytics systems is a system that analyzes and extracts insights from unstructured textual data, such as social media posts, such as customer reviews when customers give feedback, and even news articles. And such systems use what I had called here natural language processing. They use what we call natural language processing techniques to identify trends, to identify the sentiments, for example, of the customers, and also patterns in text. So that is one example of an information system that supports unstructured decisions, the text analytics system. Then number 2, we have what we call the business intelligence dashboards. Business intelligence dashboards. Now, candidates, modern business intelligence dashboards often include features for analyzing unstructured data, such as comments, feedback, open-ended survey responses, and so on. And such dashboards visualize qualitative data. They analyze qualitative data. This is data that is just in words, where people are giving comments, where people are giving feedback, just words in the natural language. So we have what we call business intelligence dashboards as a second example of information system that supports unstructured decision. Then we may also have content management systems, the CMS, content management systems. Candidates are platforms that manage and organize unstructured content, such as articles, images, videos, and documents. They allow users to categorize, to search, and even retrieve contents for decision-making purposes. Content management systems. Then you may have what we call social media analytics tools. Social media analytics tools. These are platforms that monitor and analyze social media interactions. They analyze social media posts, conversations, and so on. And they help organizations understand customer sentiments. They can also help organizations to track trends and make decisions based on social media insights. So those are 4 examples of information systems that support unstructured decision making. Number 1, text analytics systems. Number 2, business intelligence dashboards. Number 3, the content management systems. And number 4, social media analytics tools. Now let us answer the last part of this question. Part C. Veronica stored word processing files in a flash disk when working from a home desktop computer. She realized that the files could no longer open at her place of work. Required. Suggest 4 reasons why some files may not open despite being visible on the flash disk. That is the question. Reasons why some files may not open, not being visible but open. Reasons why some files, the question is, suggest 4 reasons why some files may not open. May not open. Why some files may not open despite being visible on the flash disk. Now there are instances when you may store files on a flash disk, and when you insert the flash disk on a computer, you are able to see the files, but they fail to open. The question is, what are the reasons for such eventuality? Reasons why files may not open despite being visible on a flash disk. The first reason is file compatibility. File format compatibility. File format compatibility. The files on the flash disk may be saved in a file format that is not supported by the software or applications installed on the computer at her workplace, because it says that Veronica stored word processing files in a flash disk when working from a home desktop. So the reason why such a file may not open on the computer at the office is that the file on the flash disk may have been saved in a file format that is not supported by the software or applications installed on the computer at her place of work, because she saved documents on a flash disk from her home computer, but this flash disk could not be the files on the flash disk could not open on the computer that is in her office or place of work. So candidates, there are different word processing software that may use different file formats, and if the work computer does not have compatible software installed, then it may not be able to open the file. 2, corrupted files. Corrupted files. The files on the flash disk may have become corrupted due to various reasons, such as improper ejection of the flash disk. When you are ejecting the flash disk, there's a procedure you follow. You don't just pull it out. So the flash disk, the files on the flash disk may have been corrupted, and I've given you one reason. improper ejection of the flash disk. Another reason could be file transfer errors. Another reason could be it could be virus or malware injection. So the files may be corrupted because of improper ejection of the flash disk, file transfer errors, or even virus infection. And candidates' corrupted files may not open properly. They may not open properly, or may not display errors when even attempting to open them. So corrupted files could be a reason why some files may not open despite being visible on the flash disk. Three, missing or incompatible software. Missing or incompatible software. Now, the work computer may not have the necessary software or what we call plugins that are required to open the specific file types on the flash disk. For example, if the files were created using a specialized word processing software that is not installed on the work computer, then it may not be able to open the file. Missing or incompatible software. So there is the file format compatibility, but there is also the software compatibility. 4, we may have file permission issues. File permission issues. Now, the files on the flash disk may have restricted access or permission settings that prevent them from being opened on another computer. And that could be due to file encryption, restricted user access, or file ownership settings that differ between the home and the work computers. So these are 4 reasons: file format compatibility, corrupted files, missing or incompatible software, and file permission issues. And candidates, this is the case of Veronica, who stored word processing files in a flash disk. When working from a home desktop computer, she realized that the files could no longer open at her place of work. So candidates, it is recommended not only for Veronica but for all of us to check the compatibility of file formats to ensure that the files are not corrupted, and also verify that the necessary software is installed on the computer at the workplace, and then check the files permissions to determine reasons why the files may not open. So these are 4 reasons, 4 marks. 4 reasons, 4 marks. We've answered question number 3. Thank you for attending the lesson. In our next session, we are going to answer question number 4. The subject is ICT. We've been answering questions that were done in December 2022 by the CPA foundation level candidates and the certified secretaries foundation level candidates. It's a common paper done by the candidates appearing in the 2 courses, the CPA course and the CS course. Thank you for attending the lesson. Bye-bye.